guys, welcome to my vlog. I'm in Brooklyn, not in Chicago this time around. I'm making my bucket list goal happen of seeing a DJ who is based in New York. I followed her since last year. She has like tons of like live sets on YouTube. Her name is Tinzo, and she has this thing called like book club radio, and she like plays at like a lot of like house parties or like warehouses or lofts or something. And every time I watch her, I was like, damn, I wish I was there in that type of vibe. And I feel like New York is just like such a like a different type of like party scene compared to Chicago. Maybe I'm not sure. That's why I'm here. I always want to experience it. So it's happening tonight and at Brooklyn Steel. It's like a warehouse turned into a venue. So yeah, I can't wait to just be like just dancing my heart out. I actually saw her once before in February. She was in my February vlog, and she was like some venue in Chicago, and that was really fun. So I already got like a taste of like her sets, like live sets. So yeah, that would be so cool to see like what she's like in her element in her hometown kind of thing. And I'm glad it's in Brooklyn. That inspired me to explore more of the area. I know Brooklyn's like huge, so I'm just gonna try to see as much as I can. I have some ideas of what to do from today, tomorrow, which is Sunday, but I'm gonna go with the flow really, just to enjoy the moment. And I feel like that also brings up like the best experiences when you do just like go with the flow. So yeah, hope you end up enjoying what I end up experiencing. But for today, other than the concert, what I also have scheduled is a Reiki session at Maha Rose, which is a wellness center in Brooklyn. And I've never done Reiki before, and I thought that to make the trip a little bit special is to do something that's a little special additionally. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of on a spiritual journey a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. And my friend who did it before, she said it was really healing for her, or it was very cathartic for her. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens for me. I don't know if I need a lot of healing or not, but yeah. So let's get going. It's kind of middle of the morning right now, so I need to get into it, and hope you guys enjoy. I stayed in downtown Brooklyn, which is what you're seeing a little bit of. It was a great spot to stay as a tourist, and I started my morning at Cafe Vulcan. If you know me, I love my coffee shops, so I went here to journal, and it was really cute. Got myself an acai bowl, which looks good, but it was just okay. I went for a run to explore the city, and some of the streets here are so aesthetic, and I ran towards the Riverwalk, which was really cool, and eventually ended up at the Brooklyn Bridge. You guys, I've never seen a squirrel up close like that before. Oh my god, he's turning. After my run, I showered and then went out again to go to Maha Rose, which is where I got my Reiki session done at. It was such a really cute and pretty spot, very calming when I first walked in. I didn't film the inside of the room where I got my Reiki session done, but it was so serene. You guys, so after my Reiki session, I was able to grab a spot at Lucali's. It's an iconic pizza spot. I'll talk more about it later in this vlog, but it was like majorly one of the highlights of my trip. Hey guys, so I'm back at the hotel. I have a couple hours before I head out to the concert. I can't wait. I have like so much energy just to like, turn up the dance floor. Um, so let's just do a little recap of today, especially at the last half of the day. I actually found myself on the bridge, on the actual Brooklyn Bridge, just for a tiny bit, just because I didn't have time at all to walk the entire thing. But I did have enough time just to take the train to go to Prospect Park, which I didn't plan to go today. I actually plan to go tomorrow, but I do want to go back again though, because I really enjoyed running there. It's such a nice park. It's very pretty, a lot of trees, and like the running paths are so wide, and it's just like really nice. So I'm gonna go back there for sure again. But I was only able to stay for maybe like 45 minutes at the park, and I had to head back to the hotel to shower in order to make it to the Reiki session. So I got myself some crystals. This one is so pretty. It's related to your third eye and throat chakra, and you will later hear me talk about my throat chakra. So it was definitely like a sign from the universe for me to get this. This is a rose quartz, and it's related to your heart chakra. And then I met with my Reiki practitioner. She was so nice, very friendly, very welcoming. And it was like just a small introduction. Then we just quickly went into the session. And what happened is that like you lay down on a table, like kind of like a massage table, and for the first 30 minutes, you're on your back, and the last 30 minutes, you're like on your front. So, and each time she places her hands at each main part of your body, like your head, side of your face, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your feet. And she has her hands just like linger there for like a minute, like, a few minutes at a time. And I guess that's just to have her really like channel her energy to heal your energy. I'm a little skeptical, but at the same time, I do believe it. So, I'm kind of all over the place. But it was a really interesting experience. I didn't feel anything super profound or anything like that, but I did feel some tingles, especially on the left side of my body. I felt chills, and at my feet, I felt chills too, or I felt like tingling through my feet at one point, especially when she had her hands at the top of my head. My feet were tingling, and I was like, this feels like I'm breathing through my feet in a way. I really just like throughout the session when she was like placing her hands at each part of my body, I try to show love to those parts of my body, and also I took the time to reflect and just like be intentional of like what I want to heal within myself, what I want to work on. And I felt very calm. I felt my anxiety that I've been feeling for the past couple of months and burnt out feeling kind of like dissipate a little bit. So at the end of the session, I did feel like lighter and like brighter, and I felt like my energy actually rev up a little bit. Like I felt a little bit rejuvenated compared to when I first went in for the session, like compared to like the beginning of the session, I mean. So yeah, it was really nice. I give the experience like 8 out of 10. And her commentary was so interesting at the end of the session. So I didn't tell her what I felt at my feet, like the tingling sensations. But what was funny was that she did kind of like acknowledge that, like she herself felt something. So she told me when she had her hands at my head, she could sense that my feet was very disconnected from my body. I was like, okay, maybe there's like this energy healing really does work, or because like we both experience a similar type of thing. And what else? She also said that what stood out to her was my throat chakra, which is related to communication and speaking, or just being authentic or something. And I really resonate with that too, especially me being in therapy and stuff like that right now. That's like, communication is very important to me, and being an authentic person, especially when I'm connecting with people, is very important to me as well. Another thing she said, last thing, is that whenever she does Reiki sessions and a spirit animal or some symbol of an animal like comes to her, and she said for me she got the image of an ostrich, which is so interesting. She said she wasn't too clear on what that meant, so I would do more googling. I thought that was very funny. So yeah, definitely would do it again for sure, like another Reiki session later this year, kind of as like an emotional regulation check-in type of thing. Oh, it was funny also. I feel like after the session, I had a strong intuition that I was able to to grab a seat at this like super trendy, popular spot at a restaurant that I always wanted to go to. So this is such a weird thing. I don't know. I feel like the universe has been good to me a lot, especially today, because after the Reiki session, I was like, my intuition was so strong. I was like, I'm gonna grab a seat at that restaurant I always wanted to go to. So this place is called Lucali's. It's a pizza spot that is like super iconic in New York, and I found out about them like 3, 4 5 years ago, and I found out through them through YouTube. Through this like pizza eating series on YouTube, and the owner was so charismatic, and I just love the story behind his restaurant. And I was like, I'm gonna go there someday. But the wait is so daunting. Like, it's such a trendy spot that people line up like an hour, a little bit more than that, before the opening time of the restaurant. So the restaurant opens at 4. People like usually line up at like 3 to like even get a spot. And you get put on a wait list, and it's kind of crazy. I went to the restaurant at like 5:30, and I was like bracing myself. I was like, oh my God, there's gonna be no table for me. I have to wait until like 10:30 at nighttime or something to even eat there, because that does happen. And I was like, can I get a table? Is there a table for one person? They're like, yeah, it's right, the availability is right outside. So there's like seating outside, and I was like, perfect. Like, I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, damn, okay. So I got myself a pizza. It was great. I think pizza's like 10 out of 10, I guess. I got the plain pizza, plain cheese pizza. And to be honest, I wouldn't wait for that because I feel like I had the same quality of pizza in Chicago. It's very good pizza though. It's really good. But I wouldn't wait like hours upon hours or anything. But because I do have like an emotional bond to the restaurant, or, kind of, it did feel special to me still. So I feel like for me, I still would have waited just one time in my life just to do that. And I have like half of the pizza left. It's in my hotel fridge. So I'm gonna finish that tomorrow or something. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, but I saw the owner of Lucali's outside of the restaurant. He was kind of farther away, but I was still able to see his face, and I was awestruck because to me, he's like a celebrity. So it was crazy to see him in the wild in real life. And he is handsome just in person compared to on screen. Like, man, I'll post a picture from him online. I didn't take a picture of him at all. I was tempted to, but that'd be just like a little too creepy, not good. But yeah, that made my day on an extra level. Hey guys, this is me editing this vlog right now, and I do have to jump in to share my thoughts about the show because that's like the biggest reason why I went to Brooklyn in the first place. So initially, I did share my kind of like sugar-coated feelings about it. So I want to be a little bit more honest, especially since this vlog is to document my life, and I want to be honest with myself. And no, this is like not dramatic at all. I'm not trying to make that at all. I really did enjoy the show in Brooklyn, but I did enjoy the Chicago show more, just because there were like two things. I think because of like the venue and the music itself in Brooklyn, I wasn't able to 100% dance my heart out into it. I didn't really feel it as much as I did compared to Chicago. And I guess the venue did kind of play a role in my overall experience. The one in Chicago, the lights were brighter, so you were able to see people around you and acknowledge people and dance with them. At the one in Brooklyn, it was darker, and so I wasn't really able to connect with people around me. And that really does like make a super fun experience. I feel like every time I would like experience a great show, what's like the common factor is that like I get to connect with people around me and dance with them. And yeah, the one in Brooklyn, it was like it didn't meet my expectations, but at the same time, I had a great time nevertheless. I guess the overall rating I would give it would be like a 7.5 out of 10. In Chicago was like a 9.5 out of 10. But no matter what, though, I am grateful for the fact that I had the opportunity to fly out, party a little bit, live my life a little bit. Very appreciative of the fact that I was just like, I am in my life right now to like do something like that. And yeah, it really was a worthwhile trip no matter what. So I just want to put that out there or whatever. Let's just get back into the vlog now. Good morning. Today I have some, semi-structured thing going on. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, like heading out like right now, and then I'm gonna take the ferry. So it's supposed to be a really cool way to see the city. So we can see like much of like the cityscape and also the bridges. There's the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan, and Williamsburg Bridge. And it's supposed to be like super scenic, and it's only $4. So that's amazing. And the best thing is also it's going to take you to Williamsburg, which is an area of Brooklyn that I really want to just like explore and everything like that. So I'm excited for that. Then later, I think I'm just going to go to Prospect Park to run. And we'll see what happens like after and throughout the whole day of today. So let's get going. Started off my morning at yet another coffee shop, this time at Stumpton Coffee. I feel like I saw this in Washington, D.C. when I was there. So maybe it's a chain, but it's cute and it has good coffee too. And I did a little more journaling here as well. Afterwards, I took the ferry to Williamsburg, and the ferry went a lot faster than I expected. I felt like I was on a speedboat or something. Williamsburg was such a different vibe than downtown Brooklyn. It was definitely more of like a neighborhood cozy feel. I learned about Peter Pan Donut on YouTube and its history and its owners. It's a long-standing spot in the community. Unfortunately, I didn't really like the donuts. They had an off-putting, oily taste, to be honest. But I do appreciate it holds a spot in the community and the joy it brings to the locals. I found Taqueria El Chato on a whim when I was on Google Maps. I was craving tacos there and then, which I usually don't crave at all. The tacos were so good. I actually wish I got more to try more options, but I decided to go on a foodie run. So I went to Winsun Bakery, which I always hear about. Honestly, I wish I really didn't go. The donut was just okay. It had good texture, but not really much flavor, and the scallion pancake was just okay. Afterwards, I went to Prospect Park. Sorry for my video quality. For some reason, my phone has been acting up when I record and move. It's very wobbly. I don't know why it's not steady at all. But I hope you can tell that the park is really beautiful, so big and spacious. I wish I lived nearby here or had this type of park in Chicago. Froyo shops are a dying breed, and Pinkberry is no longer in Chicago or close by my friend Priyanka, so I went there for both of us, and honestly, it was actually so good. Hey everyone. Today is my official last day in Brooklyn. I'm heading to the airport around noon for my 4 p.m. flight. And I hope you guys enjoyed what I got to experience. I did come to Brooklyn for that concert, and which was like really amazing. But also outside of that, I had really special moments too, which I'm really glad to have experienced. I didn't do too much like touristy things like your typical touristy destinations and spots in Brooklyn, but I did a little bit of them when I was here a couple years ago. And maybe I'll have the same opportunities again when I come back for sure. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed my vlog, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bonus footage not related to Brooklyn at all, but I want to shout out Clarice. She's a Chicago-based artist. Please go check her out.